Welcome to the Four Listeners Program. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for checking us out this week. On the mics this week, we have the Z-Man. What's up, Z?
We're talking about please and thank you. They're called the magic words. If you want nice things to happen, they're the words that should be heard. Remember, please and thank you, because they're the magic words.
Wow. Okay. So, all right. On the other mic is the mighty Ganthor. What's up, Ganthor?
Yo.
What up, everybody? I'm Spear. I gotta ask you, Z, how do you know that song?
I found it on the internet.
But that's a children's song.
I believe it's a Barney song.
It's a Barney song. Did you have to sit and watch like Barney in order to
get the tune? Yeah, I did.
Wow. You willfully and voluntarily watched Barney.
It's what I do for you guys.
Whew. Good Lord, look at a man suffering for his art.
God, I don't like you two that much.
All right, this week, something must be done about, what, Z, etiquette?
We're going to talk about etiquette today. We're going to talk about life etiquette.
Life etiquette.
Just being not a douche. How's that?
Rules to live by the Four Listeners Program.
Yeah. So, it's summertime. Spring. It's nice out. How's that? It's nice out. I live in a city. There are lots of people who also live in the city with me. And we pedestrians like to use the sidewalk. We walk on the sidewalk because that's where you're supposed to walk.
That's what it's there for.
That's why we have it. In my area, even though it's posted everywhere, it says no bicycles on the sidewalk. People still like to ride their bicycles on the sidewalk and then aggressively ride their bicycles on the sidewalk to the point where they actually hit you or try to weave in and out of people who are walking. If it's okay for you to be a douchebag and do that, then I should be allowed to just carry a stick with me and jam it in your spokes.
I've always wanted to see that happen in real life. Not Indiana Jones movies, but just real life.
Just walk around with a walking stick, and any time a biker walks by me or rides by me, just boom, right in the spoke. Either that or I should be able to just cross-check you. You coming at me on the sidewalk, expecting me to move, I should just be able to throw my elbow up and just right in your jaw.
No repercussions.
No repercussions.
No
That's
repercussions.
the of course the
Should be
caveat.
Should be a city ordinance, right?
Yeah.
I can get behind that. Bikes are motor vehicles or whatever.
They're considered a vehicle. That is true by the state, whatever the statutes of law on them. Bicycles are vehicles.
That's true. But bicyclists have to follow the rules. They have to signal.
Yeah.
If they're in the street, they have to follow the rules of the road. They're not supposed to go through red lights or what have you. You don't see cars on sidewalks.
No, you don't. And people stay out of the street.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah. It's a halfway reasonable system.
The other thing I want to get into is that, if I blow a red light, I can get fined. Yes?
Yes.
If I hit a pedestrian in a crosswalk, I can get fined. Yes?
And more than that, yes.
Well, probably, yeah, I'm at
Spears'
fault.
mom blows in the red light. She makes money.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty good.
It's kind of a stretch. I'm sorry, but
Well, your red light district, you mean, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta use your imagination.
Wow.
That's what I was saying.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Why is it that they don't stop douchebag pedestrians who just decide to walk wherever they feel like walking?
Cross on the green, not in between.
Am I allowed to hit them? If I hit a pedestrian who decides to dart out in the middle of the street where they weren't supposed to, and I hit them, my fault?
Not in New York City.
Is
Am I
that true?
am I allowed to aim?
No. I think you have to make every attempt to not hit them. But
If you hit them hard enough and they're dead and there are no witnesses.
I agree. Cross on the green, not in between, and use the crosswalks.
Well, I don't even care if you don't cross on green. If there's nothing coming, you look both ways, you actually see there's nothing coming, fine, cross the street. And the same thing even in the middle of the street. I don't care. If there's nobody coming, you're not going to slow anyone down. If someone doesn't have to use their brakes to avoid you, then that's fine. But when I have to jam on my brakes because you're a D-bag talking to yourself and didn't even look to your left to see that if there was any cars coming, and I accidentally hit you, fuck you.
You deserve it.
You deserve it.
You deserve the
Maybe
broken leg and the concussion and the...
Yeah, next time you'll fucking look.
Dude I work with got nailed crossing the street.
Was he looking?
He
No.
says he was, but I think he went against the light.
No. Okay.
And somebody got one of the, the running starts where you're coming up to the red light and you know it's going to turn green by the time you get there, so you don't slow down.
Yeah.
I think he got blasted by one of those. It's
I've
kind of
been-
funny that people at work bought him a reflective vest to wear.
No sympathy.
No.
Yeah, I've been on this earth for 30-something years. I have never been hit by a car. Do you know why? I look. You can hear them, too. You can hear a car coming.
Yeah. Cars do make some noise. They do.
Except for those fucking battery.
Yeah, fucking hybrid electric
shits.
Yeah,
This
rub
is
them up on the
quiet.
carpet and watch them go. Motherfucking tree-hugging hippie cars.
I don't understand how people get hit by cars. I just don't get it.
It puzzles all, Z.
Like, unless somebody even ran a red light. But even then, it's still. If you see a car coming and it's not stopped, you shouldn't be in the intersection.
Yeah, the problem
Yeah.
the problem I have with pedestrians is if you're not watching or you're not listening as you're going across the street, 9 times out of 10, it's probably because you have your head buried in your goddamn cell phone.
And then if you deserve to get hit.
You deserve to get hit. I mean, and it's not just crossing the street. It's the guy who's sitting there texting or reading Facebook or what have you, and is not paying any attention at all to what's going on around him. And then they'll slam into you, or they'll bump into you, and then they'll just keep walking. I mean, what's customary when you bump into somebody? What do you say?
Pardon me? Excuse me?
Pardon me, excuse me, I'm sorry. Instead, these people just kind of move on and keep updating their fucking Facebook status. I'm like, no, what the fuck?
You know what's the best? Have you ever seen someone, like, totally just walk right into a sign?
At that point, you get what you deserve.
Oh, my God. I fucking laugh my ass off. And the best is when they drop their phone, too, and they're like, then it breaks or something.
Yeah.
But, oh, my God, I laugh my ass off.
Yeah, and then you get the clang, and it's like
Yeah.
kind of reverb, and you're just laughing your balls off, right?
Dumbass.
I actually got. I remember walking down the street, and I got shoulder blocked, and the guy just kept on going. I went, motherfucker, and I stopped. I ran around and got back in front of him, and then as I met up with him, I laid him right into the side of a building. I'm like, fuck you.
Nice job, buddy.
And I'll tell you something else that makes me crazy. Like you're at the mall or you're like at a supermarket or something, and like here comes somebody with a shopping cart or like one of them big SUV style friggin' carriages, baby carriages. They'll come at you, and then they'll just plow through you. Like they won't get out of their way. They won't part the Red Sea for you or whatever. You just either get plowed out of the way or what have you. So you just have to stand there and let them hit you just so they're aware of you.
I have to do that at work sometimes. When I'll call them couples. They're not related, but you know what I mean. Like a couple at work, they're just walking and talking together. They'll walk up the stairs side by side.
Yeah.
And I'm coming down the stairs, and they won't move over. And it's like I will do what you said. I stop and just kind of stare at them. It's like, what do you want me to do? I'm not backing up out of the way.
Yeah.
You don't have the right to 2 aisles on a stair. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, that's
single
etiquette,
file.
right? Is to go kind of single file and let somebody move down the stairs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
you
etiquette.
pass on the right.
Right, that's etiquette. It's unspoken, right? I mean, that's the kind of thing. Is a lot of what we're talking about here is kind of unspoken, right? It's tribal knowledge.
Right. It doesn't need to be written down. It's not a law. You just fucking be a nice person, not a D-bag.
Absolutely.
So, what other things fall into this category about the unwritten rules? I mean, you just live by as a normal human being.
Okay, so you guys are parents, right?
Yeah.
You teach your kid not to throw shit on the ground, right?
Yes.
You take your trash, you put it in the trash can.
Correct.
The world is not a trash can. There's plenty of trash cans in the world. Just hold on to it and take it in the trash.
Sure.
All the time. I just see people, unwrapping things, opening something up, boom, trash right on the ground. In the city, there is a trash can every fucking city block. And people just like throw it on the ground.
Yeah,
and
it's usually like gum wrappers or cough drop wrappers or something like that.
Is there like a rule that if it's like under the size of a Post-it, then that's not considered littering? Is that maybe what it is?
No, it's never acceptable.
Because what's the fuck with you smokers then? Why is it okay for you to take your cigarette butt and throw it on the street or flick it out your window?
Your toxic, disgusting cancer stick.
You can't find a fucking ashtray. You can't use every single car in the world is built with an ashtray right there in the middle of it.
Not anymore.
Are they? I don't know. I don't know.
Not anymore. In fact, you don't get cigarette lighters anymore. You get the outlets, but you don't get cigarette lighters anymore. You have to get them separate.
should be like that, but it fucking pisses me off. Anytime we see somebody flick a cigarette butt out, the cops should pull them over and fine them for littering.
So, full disclosure, I have, on occasion, when I'm done with my chewing gum, I have flicked it out a window.
Oh, dude, that's even worse, because then if someone ever fucking steps in it, not that's going to happen on a highway, but if someone steps in it, then they're fucking tracking around chewing gum all day.
I have done
why
this.
would you do that, Spear?
Well, because all right, so normally you would take trash, you would put it in your pocket, right? Or you would hold on to it in some way. I'm in the car, I don't have something to put the gum in.
You don't have a piece of paper anywhere in your car.
I'm saying that I don't, or I'm driving and I don't have the ability to root around looking for something.
Swallow it.
Maybe you shouldn't be chewing gum then.
Maybe I can't
Sure
drive
you
and
can
chew
walk
gum
at
at
the
the
same
same time.
time?
I can't drive and chew gum at the same time. It's entirely probable.
Swallow that shit.
But then I'll have a chewing gum tree growing in my tummy.
Yeah, that's exactly what'll happen.
That's what'll happen.
Your mom never had to be told to swallow it.
That's two.
Oh, come on.
That's two.
Because it's proper etiquette.
That's
It's
early.
just- your mom knows etiquette, man.
It's an unwritten rule of life.
She's a classy lady.
She was taught well.
God.
You should thank your grandmother.
Oh my god. Oh, my grandmother now you drag into this too. Rest her soul. Wow. Okay.
What about shoppers who don't return their shopping carts?
Oh my God! Thank you.
I saw a woman trying to. She wasn't returning her cart. She was trying to get the cart to stay still so it wouldn't roll through the parking lot. And she was having a little trouble with it. And you know where she was having this trouble? Right next to the cart return. Meaning she couldn't be bothered to walk it the 10 feet to put it in the little corral. She tried to get it to stick on a windy day on the outside of the thing.
This was after she unloaded all of her stuff.
Yep.
What the fuck?
People are so fucking lazy when it comes to that shit. Exactly. They can't be bothered to walk another 10 feet to put the cart back.
I hate it. That I think pisses me off the most.
The other part about that one is, so say you you're putting your car in the spot and there's like a shopping cart left in your spot, right? So you kind of like weasel your car in there so it doesn't hit the cart, and then they leave the cart, and then they go to the store and they get another cart. Just fucking grab the cart that's sitting right there. Do the kid making $6 an hour a favor and fucking bring a cart up. You need the cart anyway.
Well, do anybody else a favor whose car would scratch up, you know?
God, I hate the fucking shopping cart thing.
Yeah.
Be nice, people. Just do something nice. Pick a piece of trash up that you see in the street. Just pick it up. Throw it away.
You realize this message is completely incongruous with the tone of our podcast over the course of the last 3 years, where we've done nothing to be nice, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we're not nice in real life.
I'm just saying.
What about door holders?
Door holders, door holders I'm on the fence on. Like,
See, I was in Montreal, and there was this pregnant woman with a baby carriage trying to get in through the doors, and nobody would hold the door for her.
That's nonsense.
To the point where I walked, I forget how far away I was, over to her to open it for her. And other people just walked in too. Like it wasn't like she was by herself. There were people actively in front and behind her just completely not helping. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Moms should get doors open for them by default. It should be
Your mom automatically opens her back door for me.
that's 3.
What's the record, by the way?
Is there a mercy rule?
I mean, I don't think he's done more than 3 or 4 in a show. What's the record?
3 or 4 solid ones, because I feel these were kind of solid.
I mean, these are the first one. The first one was
It was a little
good.
stretch.
First one was a stretch.
Second was good. Third one was good.
Last one was a solid hit.
I'm warming up.
All right, we'll see.
We're coming down the home stretch here.
All right. Moms should get the doors open for them. But I have a question for you. What's the distance between where you are at the door and where the person that you are holding the door open?
That's a tough one.
See, that's like small talk, because depending on that, I may just like pretend like I didn't see you.
See, now I will wave people off if I'm the one that they think that they should hold the door for. I'll wave them off if I'm far enough away that it's that awkward middle distance.
Because then you feel obligated to like hustle.
Yeah, you got to do the little shuffle, right?
Yeah, I don't want to hustle. And then if I was in their position, I don't want to wait for somebody who's not hustling. But I
Yeah,
also don't want to be a dick and let it slam shut, right as they get to it. So
my rule of thumb is if the door will shut before they get there, then that's cool.
I guess that's a good rule.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right.
How about terrible mergers?
Terrible mergers?
Yeah, see, the rules of driving versus the rules of, like, everything else is off. It's kind of different because,
Is it?
yeah, it depends on the mood, man. If you're in a bad mood, then I say fuck everyone. But if I'm in a good mood, I'm like, yeah, whatever. If I'm not in any hurry.
I don't know if I don't know if I agree with that. I think if there's a difference between merging and cutting someone the fuck off.
Well, of course.
Well, no. I'm talking about where it goes from let's say 2 lanes into 1 lane.
You do the every
How-
other thing.
Everybody should do the every other, so both lanes are equal. But what happens is people all get into the lane that remains open, and then they get mad at all the people in the clear closing lane who are taking advantage of it and then not letting them merge over. And it's like, your lives would be so much better if you equalized the lanes and then did every other like a zipper.
Yeah. So now that it's summer out again or spring out and people, driving around with the windows down, you get the guys who drive by with the kicker boxes? What do you call those big ass speakers in your car?
The shit kickers.
Yeah, the shit kickers, and they're driving up.
Those are boots.
Well, whatever. Loud ass motherfucking speakers.
Yeah, and they drive around, and you're stuck at a traffic light, and then you can't even hear your own radio because these guys' shit is going so loud.
Yeah, and you hear those guys coming 8 blocks away because you can feel the ground fucking shaking from all the bass.
The nice thing about that is it's kind of like social Darwinism in that they're going to be deaf in 10 years anyway, and
They're probably already deaf. But yes, that's the one consolation I take from that.
They got a mad case of tinnitus.
yeah, they get the ringing in their ears,
Yeah.
so they'll get theirs.
So during the last show, I mentioned that the men's room at my new place of employment smells like ass.
Yep, you did mention that.
There, in every one of the stalls, there is a sign posted that says, "Clean up your mess in the commode after you're done."
That needs to be written.
That's what I'm asking. I'm like, are you for real that you need a reminder to clean up your mess in a public restroom?
Yeah, that pisses me off too. Is we all got to piss here, we all got shit here, we all work here. You piss on the seat, clean it up. Takes you 2 seconds. Take a piece of toilet paper, you wipe it down, then you wipe your hands, wash your hands.
I mean, it's unbelievable that needs to be said. That should be unwritten. That should be under fucking stood. And
Yeah.
and one of the other things, and I don't know if I've talked about it on this show before. I remember getting an email at my last job explaining to people. This was a corporate wide email that said, "Please don't bathe in the sinks in the men's room."
Really?
It was unbelievable. I'm like, what? How? Why?
Yeah, how is that even? I mean, I'd feel self-conscious just brushing my teeth or flossing at the sink in the bathroom at work.
I shaved in the sink at work the other day.
Really?
Yeah, I left.
That's stretching it.
Yeah, I felt like a hobo too. I totally felt like if someone came in, they're gonna think I'm homeless or something. No, I stayed at my girlfriend's house, and I didn't have a razor. And I was like, I can't go to the office with my face looking like this. And so she gave me one of her razors, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll shave when I get in the office. I don't know why I didn't shave at her house.
I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Was I running late? I must have been running late or something. Yeah, that's really weird.
So
I don't know why I did that.
took the time out at work then. That's a violation.
Well, I did it before work.
But at work,
Yeah, at the work office, yeah.
rather than taking the 5 minutes at your girlfriend's place before you left for work.
I have absolutely no reason, no recollection of why I didn't do it that way. I have absolutely no recollection.
All right, rapid fire. Rooting for your team as a visitor in another team stadium. Yes or no?
No.
Are you? Yes, if you're with other people in your sport
Right.
who are rooting for you. No, if you're the only dude in the entire stadium.
All right.
Yep. Or if your visiting team is going to Philadelphia.
All right. Breaking up with somebody over email.
Depends.
Depends on what?
How long you been dating?
How is that right in any
Is
way?
it your girlfriend or is it a girl you're fucking?
Why does
Or
that-
you've-
why does it
you've gone on a
matter?
couple dates? Because it does. If you've only been on 3 dates with a girl then there's no reason to even say you're breaking up with her because you're not really dating.
Not even a phone call? Not even a phone call?
Nah.
Well, what makes a phone call more personal than an email?
Your voice?
Nah.
All right. Okay. Asking someone to come with you to the gym.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, because aren't you by default kind of saying, hey, you might need to go to the gym?
No.
All right, fine.
Nobody likes going to the gym by themselves. That sucks.
I go to the gym with somebody all the time.
All right. Telling someone that they're fat.
Never.
Never.
Only behind their back.
All right. At a supermarket, and somebody behind you has 3 items, and you have a whole cart full of items. What do you do?
Let them go.
I let them go unless I'm already on the conveyor.
Yep.
All right. In a group of people, standing in a circle, you fart, everyone smells it. What do you do?
Blame the fat guy.
I think that's what everybody looked to anyway.
It's the default.
Yep.
This is what women do every time, by the way.
Yep. No, I know it is. Well aware of this one.
What, women fart?
Dude, their shit's worse than ours.
All right. And probably one of the there have been signs that you can buy about this one. In a pool, you got to pee. The restroom is a good long way away. What do you do?
Dude, go to the bathroom.
In the pool, or you go to the bathroom?
No, you get up, you go to the bathroom.
You go to the bathroom.
You visit it.
You visit it.
Come on, is this even a question?
I go either way.
See?
Dude, no.
What do you think, Z?
There's enough water to dilute it.
Enough chlorine in the pool. These are the signs I'm talking about. It's like welcome to our ool. There is no pee in it. Please keep it that way.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Okay, here's one. You know someone's got a cold. They extend their hand for you to shake it. What do you do?
Yeah, that's I would not shake.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I actually will call myself out on it too. If I'm not feeling well, I'll be like, "No, you don't want to shake this."
Yeah,
that's the wave off. I mean, I'll even do it even after I've come from the bathroom when I wash my hands because my hands are still damp, slightly damp, and it's like, hey, I just washed my hands. Don't want to give you a creep shake.
Yep, nope, I do the same exact thing. That is the correct answer.
It's actually rude not to warn people off. It's messed up.
All right, so what do we learn? What do we learn about unwritten rules, proper etiquette, rules to live by, Z? What do we learn?
I don't have one ready.
Don't look at me.
Ganthor uses this time to come up with one of his own.
Yeah, man, you're screwing me here, buddy. Show some etiquette.
Ladies first?
Ladies first. Okay. Ganthor.
Oh, no, I meant for you guys to go before me.
Oh,
that's a good. I'm going to take that one. Ladies first, then.
no, that's bullshit, Ganthor.
Damn you. Spear's a litterer.
I am, yes. All right, Z. What did you learn?
I got nothing. I really have nothing.
Wow.
I got nothing here.
Well, all right, so fine. So if you want to help Z learn something, why don't you point it out, one of these unwritten rules, on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com. You could check out the show on Stitcher Radio or on the iTunes. Just search for 4 Listeners and we'll pop right on up. We thank you for checking us out this week, and we hope that you will check us out again next week. Thanks a bunch.
Please and thank you, they're the magic words.